Hi everybody, I'm Will Layton, Realtor with the Layton Realty Group, and this is December 2018. We're going to talk about the real estate market. That's the number one question that I always get. How's the real estate market? And so I want to talk briefly about what I see in the papers, what I see in the national news, and then also how that compares to local real estate data and charts in Virginia Beach. And lastly, looking over some things that have happened recently that I've seen and how those relate to the overall market. All right, right to the headlines. The U.S. housing boom is coming to an end, starting in Dallas. Well, that's pretty specific, and it looks like Dallas is ground zero. We'll keep an eye on that. Next, we've got the retreat of the smaller lenders adds pressure on housing. Now, this is an interesting one because as interest rates have been gradually climbing, the refinances have been drying up a little bit. And a lot of the smaller lenders were using the refinance world kind of as their main business model. Most of the big lenders do a lot of new homes, new construction, and resales, so it's not affecting them as much. But the folks who were primarily refinancing are getting hurt. Okay, computer, how much is my house worth? Man, who knows? Because you could have two houses on the same street, and one of them could sell for 400, and one of them could sell for 500. And all things being equal, from the outside, they look exactly the same. But inside, one is a complete disaster, and the other one's completely updated. So how a computer is going to know that is beyond me. But there it is. Housing slowdown unnerves the fix and flip crowd. Well, I guess if you're a flipper, that could be an issue. But the bottom line is, if you buy a house right and you're able to get it back on the market quickly and get it sold, it doesn't so much matter because you're dealing with it on a daily basis. I guess really what we're worried about is if home prices continue to climb, that's going to price a lot of the fixer and flippers out of the market. Global recession alarms aren't ringing despite market mayhem. Okay, for the market mayhem we're talking about is the stock market, where it's going crazy up and down one day to the next, and we're really worried it's going to continue down, and that could affect the broader market, which of course now we lose consumer confidence, and that can affect the housing market. So we'll keep an eye on that, but all other signs are showing that the economy is very, very solid. So, I don't make a whole lot of predictions, but I'm not too worried about it personally. Lastly, Fed holds rates steady, signals more rate increases ahead. Okay, so rising interest rates, that affects affordability of homes, and theoretically that's going to decrease sale prices or slow down the market. But let's look at some of the charts to really figure out, is that a true statement or not? Here's a chart of house prices and mortgage rates. What you can see in blue are the house prices and red are the mortgage rates. And looking at these, you would expect them to operate opposite of each other. You expect home prices to go up while mortgage rates were going down, and then while mortgage rates went up, house prices would go down. But you look at the chart. Do you see that correlation? I don't either. Yet it seems to be common knowledge that that's what affects home prices. As rates rise, home prices are going to go down. And I just don't see it. So the whole idea of, hey, you should hold off on buying a house, or you should sell your house right now because of interest rates, I think the big picture is the broader economy drives these two things. They don't drive each other. So as the broader economy does well, home prices will rise. As the broader economy does well, interest rates will go up because the Fed will raise the interest rates in order to keep the economy from overheating. So there you have it. So don't worry too much about it. All right, and lastly, what's going on with the Virginia Beach market from my point of view? What am I seeing out there on the streets, working with buyers and sellers? And things have slowed down a little bit, but it all depends on how you market your house or how eager you are to buy a house. So again, personal experience, I've put a couple houses on the market since Thanksgiving, which is usually a terrible time to put your house on the market. And two of them have gone under contract almost right away. So one of them within a week, one of them in 2 weeks. So yay, the market's doing awesome. But that's just those clients. From the buyer side, I was working with some folks and they found a house they really liked. We put an offer in on it. Turns out somebody else was putting an offer on it too. So we ended up in a bidding war on it. So again, that would indicate just this month after Thanksgiving that the market was decidedly hot. However, we can't make a determination on the broader market based on just a few situations like that. Because how your market is doing, how your neighborhood is doing is very micro. How individual price ranges do It just depends. It depends. So if you've got a question about your house and your neighborhood, give me a holler and I can look at the data. I can look at the homes that have sold to give you a better idea. So next month we'll actually do that. We'll look at some individual neighborhoods and kind of go through the process with you guys while we do the market update. So in the meantime, check us out on Facebook at Layton Realty Group or our website, williamlayton.com, and I hope to hear from you soon. See ya.